Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our talk show. I'm Josh.
I'm not Josh. Wow, we were sitting there for like 4 minutes. It took forever, Josh.
Also known as DJ.
Oh, yeah, not Josh, aka the DJ.
Welcome to our Wednesday show, or in Alex Trailer, he likes to call it, Our Talk Show After Dark.
Our talk show after dark. Our talk show manana.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
I saw a cool podcast name. It's called Take the Day Off. I was like, wow.
So today is the last day of Pride Month.
It is.
Very last
so
day.
Believe in yourself.
Not the very last day. Like, it's not like next year it'll come back around, but it's like
Well, today's the last day this year.
for this year. Yep.
Tomorrow's the 1st of July.
I mean, but you can be proud every day. You know, it's you do you.
But
But our charity for this month is the Human Rights Campaign Foundation. I had to screw it up one more time.
One more time.
You
still got the end of the show to screw it up too.
Right, yep. 2 more times. 2 more times. Also, you can catch us on all of our versions, the Anchor FM, Spotify, and the Apple Podcast, or wherever you get your podcasting needs.
And don't forget to like and subscribe. Today's stupid law is coming from Maryland. Person may not swear on the highway.
Like, how would you enforce that? What if you had your windows up?
You're still breaking the law.
Right, but
People drink and drive all the time. Like, so the cop's just chilling reading his newspaper. He goes, "Fuck yeah!" He's like, "That's him. I'm getting him."
pull him over, bro.
The judge is gonna make an example out of you.
Eventually, it'll be to the point where your cars like hear you and then snitch.
All right, he calls the cops on you,
All right,
like a Demolition Man style.
right. Why are you not wearing your seatbelt?
Here's the credit.
Right.
Comes out of your car.
Just fucking
That was
like
a Demolition Man reference from 1989
just
or 1991 or something with Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes.
just being a snitch, like just snitching on you.
How do you use the 3 seashells?
The fuck? I like he just walked over and started cursing and then used the
He's like, I think I know how to, because he used it as toilet paper.
right. He's like
I'm gonna go use the bathroom again.
right, like I don't know what the fuck you want from me.
He literally came back to a world full of pansies. They were in safe spaces.
It was bad, yeah.
Taco Bell.
They didn't have. I like their little electric wands. You know. Oh, bro, it's what my favorite part of Demolition Man though had to be like when he's standing there with the fucking the thing and the computer's telling him to be like, tell him to put it down or else.
Use an aggressive voice.
Right, and I'm like,
Simon, put it down or else.
yep. And you knew as soon as he said that he fucked up.
He's like hacking away.
Yeah, he totally fucked up.
Or else what?
Right.
Fuck you gonna do?
Cop hadn't thought that far ahead. Right, like
He started kicking her at his hat. He's like, I know kung fu. The first style of the Matrix is Demolition Man.
bro, I love
Because they programmed him to know kung fu.
I fucking love Wesley Snipes, boy. He's so the Knife Before Christmas and Expendables 3.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, he's so fucking great.
Christmas.
Blade, you know,
He was great in Blade.
He's I said I know kung fu.
Why do you take Blade 3 when he took the medicine?
You know
Why
what-
do you take that? Because there's something bad in me.
You know what the worst part is like when you talk about like kung fu artists and stuff like that, you think of like Chuck Norris. You think of
Horse Chuck Norris, Jet Li, Jackie Chan,
Jet Li, Jackie Chan,
Bruce Lee did Taekwondo.
oh, what's the one who was in Expendables 2? Who kicked the knife into dude's chest?
Jason Statham.
No. The bad guy. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Let's see,
You
what's
know,
the guy?
Wesley Snipes.
Steven Seagal.
You know.
Then we had the action stars. We had for Expendables. We had Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis.
Right, Bruce Willis.
He's like, I'll be back. He's like, you're back
You know,
enough. Okay.
But
Trying to get in that little ass car.
Blade, you know,
It's Blade.
Wesley Snipes, bro. He's fucking. He is a bad motherfucker. Like
He did
bad
a lot.
Jamma,
He knows kung fu.
Right.
I saw him in Blade.
He really does know kung fu.
And the
It's
guy who
like,
plays Spawn
you know,
is like a black belt.
Right, yeah.
I mean, like, they were talking about Joe Rogan has a good sidekick and whatnot, and he's like, oh, check mine out. And he broke the fucking bag.
Yeah.
He's like, don't tell the gym owner.
And it's like, you know, you think about, it's like you talk about, you know, black actors and things like that and how they're not recognized enough. But, like, these were well-trained black actors who know kung fu stuff like that. But because it's not, like,
they learned
genre,
it and choreographed it.
You know? They're kind of like the odd man out or whatever. Like, nobody really mentions them, but they're great. They're great actors. They're extreme athletes.
Yeah,
you know, because it takes a lot of talent to do all that stuff.
What else was he in? He was in a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. No, my bad. That was the basketball player Dennis Rodman. That was Double Impact. Jet Li was in a movie with DMX a couple times.
Right, DMX was, you know, he was a good actor.
Not Devil May Cry. Exit Wounds.
It was Romeo Must Die.
Romeo Must Die. Oh,
Devil May Cry. That's why you're.
Exit Wounds was Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
He was at DMX.
You know, I don't know. Like, to me, Wesley Snipes was just always the coolest motherfucker, bro.
He is. He's pretty. He's badass. It's Wesley Snipes.
Bad fucking ass. Just his attitude, his demeanor, and shit like
that.
He
played a woman.
And
he played a woman.
And it's just like, it's something about the way he carried himself. Like he would go into he'd go into the smart ass type mode. He did really good
with Sylvester Stallone.
You know,
like those two characters together, even in Expendables.
Right? Yeah.
When they're together,
the back and forth was amazing.
The banner, yeah.
You know, it's like The Rock and Kevin Hart. You know, when them two in a room, they're just funny as fuck.
Yeah, you know? And like Jackie Chan or what's his name? Chris Tucker.
I didn't realize that Kevin Hart was in Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, he was on the plane.
He was.
Come on, guys, I could do it too. I didn't realize he was in the.
I know we're three alpha dogs.
He went from that to other one because he was in parody movie. He was in a Scary Movie with what's his name? The guy in Blackish.
Mm-hmm.
They were in Scary Movie together, like a little small role. And then he was in that stupid Dragonfly movie with Drake Bell when they're doing a superhero movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in there with what's his name, and he shot him with the fucking nail gun.
Bro,
it's like you didn't know that Kevin Hart was in these small roles because he's so big now.
Right.
He's like, let me tell you.
I think Get Hard has to be my favorite one for Kevin Hart.
I like when he went to go to T.I. Right. He's like, you're not Kings. Hey, you knock that down right now.
Bro. The end of it, where he's showing the dudes in the trap house or whatever how to fucking
Mayo.
Yeah, fucking change their portfolios and shit, and like.
Yeah, but it's like Will Ferrell could work with anyone, like him and Kevin Hart.
Oh, Will
him
Ferrell,
and Mark Wahlberg and fucking other guys, fucking just.
Will Ferrell
and Daddy's Home.
Right.
Them two together, Mark Wahlberg and fucking Will Ferrell.
They can just put anything together, you know.
It's like what's his name? And the guy from the Step Brothers.
But there's certain people who have those type of personality, like Kevin Hart. He's a funny guy.
Oh, with Ice Cube,
right?
And The Rock,
right? And Kevin will bring the funny out of you.
Start picking on you.
Certain people are like that.
Have you seen him do he was like on Sports Chat or whatever, and this guy is always debating with him. He's like, well, you know, if you get stopped by paparazzi, I gotta get debate. He's like, oh, hold on, let me stop you. First of all, you don't get stopped. Let's be serious. Like, you're that guy. He goes like this. He goes, you're that guy, you're the snap guy. You're like, what's his name?
Who's that guy? Fuck, I know.
That's who you are.
I know who you are.
I mean, he went, and he always making fun of Shaq.
Shaq, you never get forgotten, right? You can't.
Kevin Hart will always remind you. When he tries to call The Rock and he doesn't pick up, but he picks up for Jimmy Kimmel. What's up, Jimmy? Kevin's like, I was going to host the show, and you didn't pick up my phone call.
You didn't pick up my phone call. But no, it's like, there's certain people who are just funny motherfuckers, man. Like, you can't.
Ice Cube's funny.
You know, you can't help. Yeah, but he can also be a serious.
Oh, he's always. You know, was that the fight movie with the class fight with him and that one guy from Sunny Philadelphia?
It's like the guy from Die Hard. What's his name? Bruce Willis. Right?
How do you tell Bruce Willis how to act?
He's a serious motherfucker. Bruce Willis is Bruce Willis all the time. But what you don't know is Bruce Willis has that dark type of sense of humor, right? And will. You know,
he's still scary.
Be an asshole, but he's still a scary motherfucker.
You know The Die Hard movie.
Was it Birdcage? One of the movies where he spent most of the movie in like a dress, a Hawaiian dress, and a fucking fedora, because he was a crazy guy.
Kevin Smith was saying when he was in Die Hard that someone else bought Die Hard and it has to go through the studio. It was like a PG-13-ish Die Hard. It was Live Free or Die Hard with the whole Justin Long.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, this guy called up Fox. Goes, I'm going to write some things, or I'm going to send it over. I need approval quickly. So Kevin Smith wrote a whole scene, and he sends it over, and he's waiting for it to hear from the studio. And he calls the studio up, and he's like, well, we don't like it. He goes, oh, you don't like it? You going to find yourself another main character? Click. You going to find yourself another John McClane?
Right. How many movies is he up to now for the Die Hard series? It's quite a few.
I think it's one after Live Free or Die Hard, because they had so much trouble with the studio.
I think there's more than that, friend.
Because you had 1, 2, 3, 4, and the Live Free or Die Hard was like the last one, I think.
I don't think so. I think you're mistaken.
Film series. All right, the last one was A Good Day to Die Hard in 2013. So you got Die Hard 1988, Die Hard 2, Die Hard with a Vengeance.
So it's like 6 right there, Die Hard.
5, and there's a 6th one supposed to be in the future. But he getting up there in age.
He'd been up there in age a long time.
Well, you can't tell. It's Bruce Willis.
Yeah. You can't tell. No, he's not Jean-Luc Picard.
X-Men?
Like, you can tell.
He's not Morgan
Professor
Freeman.
X.
He's not Morgan Freeman. I came in
Right.
old. He came
Morgan Freeman hit like 60, and then that's where his face stayed.
What was it?
Right? He's like, all right, I'm just 60 now. You know.
Clint Eastwood.
Clint
You
Eastwood.
can tell he's getting up there.
Oh yeah, you can like some of our.
But his
of our
son
big
looks
actors.
just like him. And there he was. Have you seen his son was in the Fast and the Furious movie? Fast 8 or Fast and the Fate of the Furious?
I lost track after
The
Fast
one with Mr.
5.
Nobody and The Rock. The Rock was arrested.
Mr. Nobody was in Fast and the Furious.
You didn't watch Fate of the Furious?
I did,
The
but
one
I,
before this one.
I doubt I remember.
The one when The Rock threw the guy against the wall for talking about his daughter.
Mm-mm.
I don't remember.
Which one's the one where he gets blown out of a window?
That's the 7th.
Then he falls like 40 feet
That's the
and
7th
catches the bitch, falls into a car.
That's the 7th.
Like, don't, like, all right, I'm not trying to talk shit about The Rock because he's a brick shit house of a dude, right? But, like, 15 stories
He just had
onto a
He just had
car
a broken arm.
and he just broke an arm.
And he took it off later.
Boy, I'm sorry, but I
I
feel
know
like
who you
physics
are,
would have
Mr.
applied at
I
some
know who
point.
you are, Mr. Toretto. My daddy beat you up. Your daddy's on a lot of pain medication right now. Probably doesn't remember it clearly.
Right. Like, your daddy doesn't feel well. He's on a lot of pain meds. You know.
Probably doesn't remember what happened.
Oh, man. So speaking of actors and stuff like that.
We're going to get into the news.
Oh,
Because it's Wednesday.
speaking of actors and things of that nature, Bill Cosby
Trigger
just got.
warning, trigger
Oh,
warning.
yeah. Sorry.
Trigger warning for all those people who are victims in this.
I wasn't going to talk about why he was in jail. I was just
Oh,
going
we
to
all
talk
know
about
why he's in jail.
We all know why.
He is somebody.
Um,
Some jello shots.
Yeah, asking people if they want to see his pudding pop. Bill Cosby apparently got released from jail on a technicality.
Yes, he did.
You know, because he talked to a judge or some shit.
No, a prosecutor came in and told him he would not go to jail if he waives his right to the Fifth Amendment.
Right.
I told him what happened, and another prosecutor used it against him. And that was against his rights.
Bro, when they started talking, there was a news report.
Which he might get tried again, but technically it's double jeopardy if they use the same people.
I'll probably get him for other stuff. Then they were talking about his home state, or his homestead, basically his home and stuff like that, was built specifically for what he was doing. Yeah. So
Who's the contractor?
That's what they were talking about. They were trying to find the closest they could get to the contractor was the real estate agent, I guess, that helped him find.
Hush.
Well, yeah, it's Hollywood.
He built a dungeon.
Hollywood's, you gotta watch out, man. Hollywood's crazy. It's like when we talk about being famous all the time. I'm like, man, I don't want to get nowhere near Hollywood. I don't like as soon as they're like, "Hey, you want to come be in movies?" I'm just like, "Nah, bro, I can't do that." Like,
go home right after.
like, yeah, you want to go to Hollywood party? Nah,
Nah,
Hollywood party's not for me, bro.
I'm good.
I'm gonna go home. I'm just here to shoot my little videos, and then I'm like out. Like I'm not trying to get roofied. I'm not trying,
Get accused.
I'm just saying, I don't want to be nowhere near none of y'all.
Remember the show remember Lucifer one when they were doing the sex tape thing or whatever?
It's like, you hang out with that guy? I was like, whoa. I just did a movie with him, then I went home. Like, I don't hang out with nobody.
You heard that, Joe? What's his name? Seth Morgan is wanting to get more movies with James Franco because of his allegations.
Yeah.
And they're buddy.
It's just like...
He's like, nope, if that's who you are, I don't want you part of...
I mean, I get it, though. Like, I don't want to be, like... I don't even want to be next to that, I
want to be like some kind of psychology thing. Well, do you ever hear about the kid that wrecked his car in Texas and had a DUI and, like, killed people, but he got off because he doesn't understand the word no?
No, I never heard about that.
Yeah, judge let him off. He never understood the concept of no because he was on a silver platter. The rich and famous have a different psychology. Like, if you go park in a handicap spot, it costs $250. That's what that means.
Right, $250
but they
don't
have the concept of, like,
no, they can't.
Yeah, can they not? They got
not proper. I have the money. I can do what I want.
Well, Hollywood's been corrupt since like the 70s, 60s.
Yeah, well,
but back then, everything's changed, of course. But not madmen who just treat women like objects anymore and shit like that.
Right, you can't do that anymore.
But that's what happened back in the 60s and 70s. How the girls got their roles, or some of them, and his name spoke up for fucking years. The guy from
some of the actresses
Goonies, the guy from Goonies.
Yeah. Terry Crews came out about that.
He came out about it too.
That like he
not
tells
just women.
He tells a story about his agent physically holding his balls in his hand and saying, "I own you."
What happened to Kesha?
To Terry Crews.
Kesha was sexually abused and couldn't get out of her contract. Couldn't make music.
It was crazy
because she was stuck in a contract with her manager who abuses her.
It's just fucking. It's nuts.
And lost. Well, she finally got out of the contract because of the music company.
It's like you can go to basically like to anywhere. It's like, think about like TikTok, right? The little bitches doing the dances and shaking the ass and showing the bikini photos and stuff like that. That's how they get the likes. It's like
they were doing that before TikTok. They were doing it on Instagram.
No,
Twitter.
I understand that, but it's just like well, geez,
it gets promoted that way.
Right? It's like. You look at one big titty one time, and then it's like your whole For You page is just big titty bitches, and you're like, Jesus.
TikTok knows what you like.
Like
calling you out. But it's just crazy out there. But yeah, I forgot his name.
I was trying to say, you don't think about stuff like this, right? Because you're like, oh, I just want to be famous. It's like, yeah, man, but
I want us to spread entertainment.
Yeah, I want us to spread entertainment too. But I like
information.
I think about those type of things. It's like, fuck.
You're not gonna catch a Kobe.
No, I'm not gonna fuck none of that. Maybe Shaq want to hang out, like go hang out with Shaq. Shaq's
retired. What he got into?
You just got to be careful and watch.
What was it? They were talking about something.
Even like who you're collabing with, you gotta watch, man.
I think it was.
You don't know.
What's his name? Shaq overheard a conversation. I think it was Facebook or Netflix, something. And he invested in like one of the first investors.
Right.
And now he's buku. He doesn't even play basketball.
No.
His name was Corey Feldman. He's been speaking about what's been going on in Hollywood since the 90s because he was the 80s baby.
But now that
he was a child actor.
Now that I think about it, like if you're gonna make me famous and all I have to do is let you hold my testicles, it's something I might do.
Yeah, but still, it's the mentality to take something away from you.
Like, just don't squeeze.
Look what happened to Dave Chappelle.
You let your doctor do it, right?
That's different.
And you're paying him.
Yeah, but
right? These people want to pay you.
The corruption in Hollywood. Dave Chappelle talked about it. Remember? That's why he went. Well, I just went to Africa. They offer you so much money, I just left because they want to say I'm crazy. You can't call people crazy. And then he's like, I can't even use my name.
Right.
I can't use my own name.
I'm promoting other people's shit.
Because they own it. They own the Dave Chappelle show. I can't use my name. He got his name back.
I'm just saying though, it's like,
But hey, look how crazy that is, though. You can't use your own name because they own the rights to your fucking name.
all because Bill Cosby want to let somebody touch his pudding pop. Man,
That sucks, though. But again, you guys could have said something sooner. You didn't have to wait till he was 70.
apparently it doesn't matter because he would have got out of it anyway.
Well, he was still in jail until recently.
What else we got?
Fucking lawyers and technicalities.
The creators of Rick and Morty, apparently the last episode was kind of nerve-wracking for him.
Oh my god.
Right?
It was crazy.
Because like of how nerve-wracking the episode actually is.
It is.
He was talking about that he was up sometimes to like 3 a.m. in the morning trying to write this fucking episode.
You haven't seen it.
No, I haven't. I'm afraid to now.
Remember the Beth clone?
Yeah.
Who's the clone? Who's not?
Yeah.
Well, apparently he was making decoy families because I want people to try to kill him.
Right. So it's like how many clones?
Well, the clones were making clones.
Okay.
Decoys were making decoys, and it was like an all-out. Who's the real? Who's the real family?
He was saying the very question was
Who's the real family?
Right. Was very
Because we already have an infinite number of Ricks and Mortys. But
Right.
this is now we have the whole family on the same planet
Well, I mean,
having an all-out war.
they were. If you think about it, like, yeah, that would be. If there's an infinite number of Ricks and Mortys.
Well, what it is, it started out slow. It's like this alien came in, blew him up. Rick got his watch. He goes, "Okay, we gotta get out of here." Someone killed the decoy family.
Right.
So then they got out to go warn another family, and they found out that they were decoys. And then they go like now it multiplied by 6. And I was like, "Who the fuck's the real
So it's
family?"
like right.
And then like, "Oh well, the aliens killed them originally, so let's trace their step back." So he found out the aliens who killed the original decoy family were decoys, dressed up as aliens. And I don't want to tell you the end, but
yeah, I'll watch it on my own. But it just sounds crazy, like
it's inside like Inception.
the dude.
Remember a dream inside a dream inside a dream kind of thing.
Right. The writer said he's like, man, it's getting real difficult to write these fucking shows.
They were brilliant.
You know, and it's like, well,
The first episode had 3 stories in it.
you've got another 5 seasons before they'll even think about letting you go.
The first
'Cause they-
episode of this season had 3 stories in it.
What they
It had the
signed-
Jessica story.
Yeah, but would they sign 75 episodes
I'm not sure.
after the second or third season?
You hear me? Right? Until we get that sesame sauce back, I'm gonna keep
And
going.
I'm just saying, like they signed a lot.
I got rid of your dad,
seasons.
Morty. Okay.
And I'll
That was
almost
the April Fool's joke fucking episode. That wasn't even supposed to air. It had nothing to do with the season, but everyone loved it so much it is season 3.
Mm-hmm.
But waiting for a new Rick and Morty season's like waiting for Doctor Who.
right. It's like as soon as it drops, everybody watches immediately.
Like the story within inside a story is just so crazy.
Well, you went after
And now they're going after like to see the feelings of Rick.
you started the whole premise on like a joke for Back to the Future, is what you did, and you didn't think about it at all before you put out the first
If you've never seen Rick
episode.
and Morty, you watch it. It's basically
Like,
again like when you watch Family Guy, the beginning of Family Guy or The Simpsons has nothing to do with the rest of the show.
no,
It's like a different little side thing, like the boat. He got a boat, and it had nothing else to do with it.
right?
Rick and Morty just intensifies throughout the whole 30 minutes.
Yeah, it
Like
just
I mean,
goes
like
from-
it goes shit crazy. Sometimes at the beginning to the end. Like my favorite one was the squirrels.
Hey, little
Morty,
boy, can you
leave
hear
me
us?
alone. Can you leave me alone, Morty? Here, go talk to animals, like your fucking Dr. Doolittle.
Hey, little boy, we have candy.
Oh, he made fun of what's it called? Like time travel? No, if Ant-Man and Wasp can do it,
It's not
that's
for me.
real. That's not real.
It's not for me. If Ant-Man and Wasp can do it, we're not doing it. Oh man, that's fucking.
When he brought what's his name to the place like you can't die, and they took the shield down, and the kid shot the little girl, and she didn't get back up.
Oh man. Whew. Sorry. Speaking of craziness, apparently pro Smash players are getting very upset.
That's Smash Bros, guys. If you not the people who are really good at getting girls.
No, we call those pro ass crushers.
Ass crushers.
With
The Smash players.
Right.
I heard they're getting booty tickled.
So I guess from what I'm reading here, which is always bad when I do reading, so what people are doing is like at a pro Smash tournament, whoever gets like second place
Yeah.
They're taking pictures and stuff with the second place, like the fans and stuff like that, instead of who won. Right. And then, of course, making memes and talking shit, doing all kinds of.
I guess we'll never
Look,
know.
I got a picture with the loser. Like, just fucking, doing obscene things. So it's
They're
really,
already sensitive to Smash players. Like,
right.
now.
It's making them.
No, they
very
just spend
upset.
hours and hours practicing just to lose to get made fun of and made a meme.
Right.
That's what they're going for.
I
in
mean,
life.
see, like, to me, right, and this is probably why I don't win games all the time, right? Because, like, even at second place, bitch, I got second place. Like, I was still better than everybody else, just not that guy.
I was in third.
Right. At least I wasn't third, or 26th, like, it's like that one bitch says in Apex when we drop, is like, oh, imagine a Valkyrie, right? Imagine jumping out and dying on takeoff. Right, like as soon as you got out and you're
I
dead.
hate being 19.
Right.
I've been 19. Land just mollywopped.
Just landing mollywop, first blood.
19.
It's just bad. Speaking of the Apex though, too, is like we dropping in Skulltown, really been doing pretty well.
Apex players out there if you don't know already. There's a new event called the Collections event or some shit like that.
I forgot to post it in Apex today.
But apparently they're bringing back. They brought back OG World's Edge and
Original
OG
World's Edge and original
Kings Canyon.
That place is really
Day one.
really different. I still remember where everything is.
Oh yeah,
but it's real different.
it's fun.
Yeah, it's
We're in
nice.
Skulltown.
It's nice to be home.
Yeah, like I don't mind. I like the cool stuff they would add to it, like Octane and Wraith and all that. But like, this is day one.
Right. It feels a lot
when it first
like,
got launched.
Right. It feels a lot like we've been away for a really long time. Like even with the events and stuff like that, like the Halloween event.
We had Skulltown After Dark, Halloween After Dark.
Right, which the maps are extremely bright.
Now they are.
Like, it just feels like being home. Like it's like, oh, it's nice to be. Not
and now that we
fucking
play
there.
differently, see, like the old Kings Canyon, we would hide. There's plenty of places to hide. Third party.
Right.
We'd wait till the end.
We weren't really.
But now we're playing like you're supposed to play from day one.
Motherfuckers down.
From day one. Oh, was that gunfire?
Oh yeah.
And then we got the characters who haven't been to Kings Canyon that have an advantage there. That can get to the high places or the low places.
Oh, we forgot. And what else we forgot to talk about today?
Let's talk about the collapse.
Yeah, we were supposed to talk about collapse first, but we'll get into that now. So, the new update for the collapse down in Miami is 16 people have confirmed passed.
They found their bodies?
Yeah, and there's about probably still like 130, 140 still missing. Like,
and this is a week now?
I think we're just about to touch,
5 days.
A little over 7.
Ooh.
You don't count them as business days that way. That's not how it works.
I know. I just couldn't remember if it was Wednesday or Thursday.
They're taking
or Saturday.
People have been in there moving rubble, trying to get other people out. Teams, paramedics,
carefully as possible.
Been 24/7. They're trying to get things moved, people out, stuff like that. It's crazy.
It is.
Just to think that like.
Bro,
that's why complexes and stuff like that. I'm afraid of that kind of stuff.
Well, the same thing happened in 9/11 when that building collapsed and everything, and all those people.
Well,
going through rubble for a week.
Not the exact the process of
to
digging
rescue,
people out and stuff like
rescue.
that was the same thing, but
this building only half of it collapsed, the other half stayed up.
Right, and it was
and they were told by the city
nowhere near as high.
And they were told by the city that they had to rebuild before this happened.
Yeah. A little bit. Apparently, there's teams now investigating what actually went wrong.
It's just weird because it just came straight down, like it was a demolition or something. So far, they're not saying it is. It's just weird how it came straight down.
No, they're assuming structural.
It was old.
It was indeed very old. Yeah, Marilyn Manson back in the news.
What? Yeah. I've heard Marilyn Manson since he was in Sons of Anarchy.
Well, Marilyn Manson accusers sue Marilyn Manson for human trafficking, unlawful imprisonment.
What?
Yeah, because I guess he's that 50 Shades of Grey shit, where he's locking motherfuckers up and, like that.
Charles Manson or
No, Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson?
Yeah. And it's like, have you heard his songs?
Holy shit. Yeah, but there's songs.
Yeah, but that dude's like crazy, like.
Fourth lawsuit for sexual assault,
Yeah, it's like
human trafficking, unlawful.
I feel like if you're doing that 50 Shades of Grey shit, you should probably have a contract and a safe word.
Like in 50 Shades of Grey.
Like sea cucumber and fucking
Ashley Morgan, the model, was accusing.
I don't know who would mess with Marilyn Manson. That's a crazy.
What's her name? That Rose McGowan did.
I don't know who that is.
Charmed. You ever seen the show Charmed? She was Paige.
Oh,
Ready to Rumble. She was in that. She was one of the divas or the
Rose McGowan. Yeah, okay. That was my favorite one from Charmed. Great rap.
The one that took over.
Space Jam's got a new game apparently coming out free for Xbox. The new Space Jam, the new Legacy, is getting apparently a game. Now the worst part is you could really do this well, right? Like you could make this fucking cool if you were smart about it.
Can it look like NBA Jam?
Well, I mean, if you did like a NBA Streets type things, but with the Looney Tunes but I feel like they'll just fucking ruin it.
They're gonna make it like a third party.
Right, like
type indie app.
Right, instead of doing it like really well, like I imagine they could probably do.
What's a free game?
Yeah, but I mean, it's Space Jam, right? And it's basketball. There's tons of basketball games out there. You just take away some of the players, put in some Looney Tunes, and some fucking.
All I think is NBA Streets or NBA Jam.
Use the regular NBA and just put some Looney Tunes. Just 2Ks, man.
Fucking bugs just.
I'm just saying, like, this seemed like a great opportunity to do something,
Or is it gonna look Looney Tunes?
Amazing. Well, it looks like it's like 2-bit already, so it looks like they fucked it up. Oh
wow.
I'm just saying, you have the technology to do some really amazing things now. And it's really, a lot of it's copying and pasting. It's like, so you already have the engine that runs.
But it depends on who owns the rights to it.
I don't know. Figure it the fuck out. Like, don't ruin something for the sake of ruining something.
It's a free game.
Apex was a free game. Looks amazing.
But it's not like Apex. You know that.
I'm just saying, like,
this is a tad bit different.
I'm not really. I'm failing to see how.
If you're gonna do something, do it right.
Right, do it right.
To assholes.
Don't ruin it. I'm just saying, because like if you have potential to make something great out of something that just like, well, that's stupid, because like a lot of people are mad at the new Space Jam because it's no Michael Jordan, which like really is the whole reason you watch Space Jam, right? Michael Jordan and the Looney Tunes.
This is Looney Tunes in 3D.
And then LeBron James, like I know you had to go with LeBron, right?
We're gonna get Tom Brady,
right? Because it's like, how do you?
You can get Steph Curry.
How do you instead of Space Jam,
Space Block,
Space Block or something, Football Jam or.
So the number one seller shoe next to
Looney Tunes,
Michael Jordan's shoe. We're not gonna pick him.
Looney Tunes play football or something,
I can call it Jam.
But, like, I don't know.
NFL Jam.
Like, your only logical option was LeBron James.
Well, it can't knock until you watch it, right? But you can watch it on HBO Max the day it comes out.
July 16th? July 15th?
Next week. This week is The Purge.
That stupid Purge movie?
Purge Forever. Forever?
See, I'm not into scary movies.
I don't like him anymore.
I talk about it all the time. I'm not a scary movie type of person.
I don't like it.
I don't watch scary movies. Matter of fact, I think the last scary movie that I watched was I think it was Freddy versus Jason. I think that was like the last.
My brother would disagree.
And then before that was Jason X.
Oh, he was in space?
Yeah. And that's all. The only reason I saw that, I only saw a few seconds of it, and it was when he grabbed the one bitch in the sleeping bag and beat the other bitch.
That's funny.
With her. Right. To me, that was great. And I'm like, all right, well, that's not scary at all. That just seems like something I want to do.
I got scary movies just to see the boobs in it. Scary movies that had boobs.
Scary movies had boobs.
They did.
Boobs.
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 You're 14. What do you expect?
I just think of the guy from Honest Trailer starring boobs. You know.
You've been dead 14 times.
Right. Also, boobs. Like, just the way he says things is great. Oh, the Simpsons are doing a Marvel episode, Marvel short to Disney Plus.
Yes, I heard July 7th when Loki comes out.
They got a couple Star Wars ones, don't they?
All of them.
All of them?
They did the whole thing. Well, not the most recent one, but the first 6.
Oh, yeah.
Family Guy did too.
Yeah, see, isn't it Family Guy and Star Wars, that's both, or Family Guy and Simpsons, that's both Fox, ain't it?
Yep.
Or is Family Guy?
No, Family Guy's Fox.
Is Family Guy Fox?
Second longest running cartoon, I think.
Family Guy?
The first one is...
I think it's Looney Tunes.
Simpsons is the first one.
Well, I know Simpsons.
The longest running cartoon with the most celebrity guests.
Oh, I'm sure. And they've predicted the future a couple of times.
Well, when you write so many 30, it's fucking 33
I was
seasons.
just saying, I think it's more than that.
I'm slightly older than Simpsons.
You're slightly older than Simpsons. That's because you're an old man.
Yeah, Simpsons came out in 1989.
Put you out to the pasture.
Had the same time slot, too.
What, Simpsons and
8 o'clock Sundays.
8 o'clock Sundays.
Oh, with Family Guy. Oh, what about Clifford the Big Red Dog? I saw the little trailer preview for that one.
Yeah, how's that?
That was crazy. Did you see it?
No.
He told us that they were making it.
Oh, well, I
I was watching a TikTok and some guy's like, "Why is that little red dog?" And like she cried or something and made him big. And he's a big puppy.
What? That's not how the story goes.
I don't know. I'm telling you.
Her mom bought her a dog.
She got the dog.
The dog was like, it was a puppy.
Tiny.
And then it just kept growing and never stopped.
Here's the preview. She's holding the thing. She cries. Hits the dog like a magic thing. Next morning, the fucking dog's the size of her room.
No, it's...
She's freaking out. Throwing shit at the dog.
I can't stand. That is not how Clifford started.
I don't know. Maybe they stole from Ted. I don't know.
No, it's just, they're probably just like trying to explain why the dog's big. You know, like, oh, we'll just change a little. Like, she cried. The power of magic made Clifford big. But really, it was the power of food. And Clifford just got huge. Like, he was just a dog.
Like, oh, he's gonna be small.
And then just like kept growing. They were like, she was like, 1 week he was this big, and the next week he was this big, and then a fucking year later.
That's when they tell you it's a teapot pig or whatever.
Yeah, teacup pig.
The next thing you know, in a week, I'm a fucker.
Right. There's no such thing as teacup pigs.
Apparently not.
No, there's not. Like, that's not actually how.
My boss fell for that one.
How it works.
They thought they got one. And then they got a...
Yeah,
guess what happened in a year?
They got a piglet.
Guess what happened in a year?
It got...
Full-grown pig?
It became a pig, yeah.
Out backers.
All the time, yeah. Like,
big-ass pig.
Yeah, it's not something...
That bitch was big.
People get tricked all the time. They're like, oh, I'll get a teacup pig. It's like, well, there's no such thing. You can kind of like starve the pig so it doesn't get giant.
No, there is them, but they're genetically modified through science, and it costs buku money.
And it's like, pigs are pigs. They just they become giant pigs. There's sometimes runts of the litter who aren't as big as the other pigs, but it's still, there's no such thing. It's just a fucking pig. Pig gets big. Just how it works.
It's a piglet.
Yeah, it's just.
And it doesn't become a piglet.
This isn't
Women's micro pig turned out to be 330-pound chunky beast.
Yeah, like.
Mine too.
Like what? Like, oh my god, you know, like you can't just. But there's people who fall for stuff like that.
Well, it's called a micro pig.
It's a pig. It's like it's so crazy. Like, Mike, I don't care if it's called the tiniest pig on earth. It's a
But here,
pig,
it says
and it'll become giant.
why no one should buy a so-called teacup pig. Pigs who are naturally stay the size of a teacup don't actually exist. Teacup pigs is not a breed. He becomes a pig.
It just makes
He
you
becomes a hog.
Yeah, it becomes a pig, and it's like, okay, so now I have this giant pig in my house, and while you still may love it, right?
It's a pig.
It's a pig.
333 pounds in
Yeah.
your fucking backyard because you don't have grass anymore. It's all fucking mud out there.
See, I see. It wouldn't be in the backyard. Kim would want it in the house, and then I'd have to pick the motherfucker up so he could sleep in the bed with us. Right, so I'd be dead.
30 pounds.
Yeah.
So you don't get to sleep in the bed.
No, I'd have to sleep outside. I'd be outside in the pig pen. Be like, no, Mister Frankenpig. Frankenpig. Will be currently.
Has anyone lost a bunny?
Has anyone lost
in the Lake Worth area, Green Acres area?
Has anyone lost
DJ has found your bunny. He's put flyers up.
I have your bunny. He's mine now.
He said a week. Oh, you just walk by, you're like, here's look how cute you are.
You're adorable. You're mine now.
He stole a fucking bunny from a 6-year-old girl. Like,
you guys act like I just walked out, punched some 6-year-old in the back of the head, and had a bunny.
Turned her back for 1 minute, and she looks back, and the bunny's gone.
Bunny!
And DJ's walking down the street.
Walking down the street with a bunny. You know, just kidnapped.
What happened, honey? Shrek took my bunny.
Or Frankenhop. Oh, that's a good one too. Frankenhop.
Frankenhop.
Yeah.
He's trying to find names for it.
Probably should name somebody else's bunny.
That's the name. There's a GPS in there. You can hear a fucking bang answer.
No, I checked that.
See if it had a chip?
I went early in the morning to go see if it had a chip. Then I put flyers up on the mailbox.
Got a cage.
Got a cage to hold him in, so he wasn't in a box. Had a little bit of room to move.
He has a house.
Yeah.
It's all his house.
He has a house. I didn't want him just to be chilling there, you know, all like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah, I heard you let him out. Roams the place.
He roams the living room, hangs out with the animals.
He hangs out with them?
I mean, he was hanging out with Sir Kitty and them. Bella didn't bother him, so he's...
That's the one we were worried about.
No.
I was afraid of everything. Leave.
It should be resumed shortly. My back's starting to hurt anyways. We're probably going to get...
Oh, we're part of everything else.
Huh?
Yeah, we're still live everywhere else.
Oh, I've lost Twitch over here. Oh, there,
No, look right
there
at
we
it.
go. Everything's back.
We're still here, guys. We're not going anywhere. He's going to have more news.
We're going to have more news.
He's looked it up.
Free Guys is Screed and Ryan Reynolds is sharing some family action. Oh, man, Free Guys looks like a good...
Looks like a good movie.
Good fun. You know, his other movies out, too.
Hitman's Bodyguard.
The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.
Yeah.
Number 2. Looks like it's gonna be fun. Alrighty. My back is killing me. Following it.
It's killing you?
Yeah, it's starting to hurt real bad. Because I sat in here for 30 minutes listening about Bill Cosby.
He did.
Asking people about his pudding pop.
Yeah, I don't think he was doing that. You want some Jell-O?
Would you like to see my pudding pop?
You're just not right. Not right at all.
Something in my brain's broken. But that's true.
Right. Well, we gotta say, because we're not gonna see you, we all hope you guys have a safe holiday.
Oh, yep.
4th of July is this Sunday. We don't see you until Tuesday.
Nobody blowing your fucking hands off with fireworks.
This is the worst time of the year for a DJ.
And
he has 16 animals.
Yep. 5
and
now.
they all hate fireworks.
Yep.
And we live in a multicultural community, so
they all like fireworks.
They're probably gonna be blasting off, partying, and
everywhere
doing fireworks.
It'll be a long couple of days.
The landlord's gonna be pissed.
You know, at least you won't be pissed at me for a couple of days.
Yeah, we don't do that shit.
So
we don't even barbecue.
No, I'm not allowed to have fireworks after the last fiasco with my wife. I took a bottle rocket and tore the stick off and lit it and threw it. And it, of course, blew up right here next to my wife's face. She couldn't hear for a couple of days. I was allowed to play with bottle rockets somewhere.
That you did on purpose?
Huh?
Did she think you did it on purpose?
No, she didn't care if I did it on purpose or not. I didn't. She knew I didn't. She just,
She couldn't hear you, though.
I get bored, right? So I do things I'm not supposed to. I'm that guy who would blow off my hand with a fucking, because I'm stupid. So I just don't.
Take your cigarette.
That's how I normally,
We used to do, what's it called? Roman candle wars and bottle rocket wars.
No.
We have a PVC pipe to put the bottle rocket in and point it at each other.
Yeah.
Until the flint went in my pocket.
Set your pants on fire?
No, that's what the fireworks were. Over here fucking taking fireworks out of my pocket and fucking they're going off everywhere.
That's fun.
We had trash can lids.
I had a bottle rocket go into all the fireworks one time at Tom's house.
Did y'all take cover?
No, I was the only one there. Right, everybody else was out. But the fireworks started going off. One even went in the house and exploded.
Did you take cover?
No, I tried to get to it, and I think I dumped sodas on it or something to put it all out.
And you ruined the fireworks.
Yeah, well, it was blow up or ruin the fireworks. So, ruin the fireworks was.
I guess you can.
That's a story for another time. Don't forget that today is the last day of Pride Month.
Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself. That's right. Say it with gusto, Josh. Believe in yourself. And our campaign,
You have a campaign.
Our charity for this month was the Human Rights Campaign Foundation.
That's right.
Human rights.
Human
Still
rights.
fucked it up. Very last time I get to fuck up
Campaign
this
Foundation.
shit. Don't forget to catch us on our audio versions. We have the Anchor FM, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all of your anchoring needs. Your podcasting needs?
Anchoring needs.
All of your anchoring needs.
What you anchoring for, huh?
If you wanna rent out the studio, just let us know. It'll be a lot of money.
Please rent out the studio. No,
Please
you're to no strangers.
No strangers in the house.
So don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias. We go live every Tuesday morning between the hours of 10 and noon, and Wednesday evening between the hours of 4 and 6 p.m. And again, have a safe and wonderful holiday.
Hey, don't blow off your hands.
If you do, we're going to read about it, and we're going to fucking snitch you out.
You know there'll be one or two.
It's going to be a Florida man.
Florida man blows off fucking dick trying to shoot bottle rocket out of it or something.
And then next week we have a birthday episode.
Oh, that's what you think. It's just going to be a normal episode. Not even going to sing you happy birthday.
Damn.
I just figured I should let you know. Because you seem to be
Can we have,
getting
like,
really
a
excited
guest?
about
Can
your
we have
birthday.
a guest or something? Like,
No.
maybe we can get someone on Discord or... Nothing?
You can go to a bar
Uh,
on your birthday on your own. I'm not going to a bar.
I need you to drive me home.
I'll come pick you up when you're done.
That's nice of you. Thank you.
I'll even drop you off at the bar. I'm just not going with you.
It's a great ball called Scores, right? It's right down the street.
Take you to Brian Brews.
No, not Brian. Scores.
What's the one in the corner there off of
Scores.
2nd Avenue and
Oh, no.
and
I'm going there.
the little tiny one.
Frenchie's?
Nope. Is that Frenchie's?
Not Frenchie's. Brent Kidder said, I'll be there.
See, Brent will be there.
Thanks, Brent.
He'll be out there drinking with you.
He's not going to drink with me. We have an episode to do. We'll be drinking on the episode. We're going to be doing shots. DJ's going to be smoking for his back.
I'm throwing out all the liquor. No more liquor.
Oh, you know how much that liquor cost me?
It's all got nothing.
Yeah,
It's given to you.
But it's expensive liquor.
Toodaloo, motherfuckers.
See you guys next week.